Scroll down. Let's scroll down on that. You see the chains. Let's read that for him from the top.
Many Americans can trace some lines of their family tree back to the 1600s.
Not black people. Go ahead.
However, African Americans descended from enslaved Africans who began arriving in North America in 1619.
We actually got here before that. We're going to pull it up. Go ahead.
Lack ancestral information spanning several centuries. A new USC and Stanford study recently published in Genetics.
Now, I want you USC and Stanford, that's some of the schools that your black kids will never get in again. Go ahead.
Provides insight into who occupies these missing branches of family trees and gives a glimpse of how many branches there are.
Now, listen to this right here. Go ahead.
Slavery was not that many generations ago.
Can somebody please tell the ignorant nigger on the street corners that slavery wasn't a long time ago?
Right.
A prestigious college, USC and Stanford University, in their opening statement about the research they did, slavery was not that many generations ago.
No.
Yeah, we got to stop trying to separate ourselves from our history, because what happens when we separate ourselves from our history, we in turn forget who we are.
Right.
You cannot do that, and no other race of people separates themselves from their history.
Right.
Japanese people that were put into concentration, they called them internment camps, I believe it was. Do you millennials know what I'm talking about? Or just looking at me? Okay.
I don't register as a millennial.
They're called internment camps. I'm gonna teach y'all something right now. The Japanese during World War II were put into what is called internment camps. They call them concentration.
Right. No, right.
But it's internment camps. Do Japanese tell Japanese people to forget what those Americans did to us during World War II?
Nope.
Not at all. Not at all. Does the Jewish man tell his children of today to forget what happened to us in Auschwitz?
Nope.
I highly doubt it.
Nope.
Sir, bring it out, Cap.
They got their own militia that gets revenge.
Dutch, damn German sandwich.
They're still whining about it.
Yeah.
Bunch of whiners.
They're getting paid left and right. Getting paid left and right.
Cry about them 6 million.
Hey,
Niggas out here forgetting about 100 million.
There you go.
Right. Racist
Niggas is trying to forget
yeah.
that. But that just goes back to show that no other people tell the generation after them to forget about your past because it wasn't that long ago.
No.
Right.
No.
Only we do that. Go back to that prestige. Go ahead.
Slavery was not that many generations ago, so my family still tells stories about our enslaved ancestors, like who they were, and in my case, how we ended up as light as we are.
Bless your heart.
Wow.
Bless your heart. Shout out to you light-skinned folk. You light-skinned folk, you are still Israelites.
That's
Thus
right.
saith the Lord.
There you go. You was just the house niggas. That's all it was.
Give me that in Jeremiah
house.
that shows God that we
It's a skin
Israelites,
condition.
Yeah.
that we was
skin
very
condition.
dark
Bring it out.
all the way to very light. We still Israel, and stop giving the white man all that power. So we think, if you're light skinned, you was raped. When you man.
White man had the super nut.
Hey, damn.
That's what
Hey,
they
but
did.
check this out. In the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, I don't have it on me. It says that David was fair skinned.
Right.
He was lighter than the dark-skinned Israelites. And the ancient images that we have of David, does he look light-skinned to y'all?
Come on now.
No. He's still what we would call dark-skinned. He's just not as dark as the other Israelites. But he's still Israel.
Yeah. Skin
Read
condition.
that scripture in Jeremiah about speckle.
Jeremiah chapter 12 and verse 9.
Yep.
Mine heritage is like unto me as a speckled bird.
That means you're all different shades of colors.
That's right.
Stop giving the white man power thinking he has a what?
The super nut.
Super nut. Like it's so strong
Right.
to
Overpowered.
change the color of all black.
Right.
No, it's not. Some of us was different shades coming over here, man. Go back to the article. Just had to get that out there.
But these are just stories, and that is what most African Americans have left. We don't have any records or numbers. There's no tangible data.
There's what?
No tangible data.
Because God said, I will make the remembrance of you to cease from among man. That's the curse that was placed upon the ancient Israelites. So tell me, how is it some white folk over there in our land right now talking about they've got records to go all the way back to Abraham, or that they got records to go back all the way that they're the priest of Aaron, that they're the line of Kohan? How is that when God said you won't remember yourself at all?
Right.
That's how just like the history of black and Hispanic people we read about right
There you
now.
go.
That's because enslaved African Americans were rarely
Oh,
included.
well, no, go to Mooney. Go to Mooney. Read that next part for
For
Mooney.
Mooney, the study sheds light on her personal ancestry. It's fairly easy to trace my mother's side of the family all the way back to the early 1500s.
Now listen to this, y'all. Go ahead.
Mooney said, noting that her mother's family traces to the medieval Jewish expulsion from Spain and is part of a community that came to New Mexico in the 1600s.
Now check this out. This is the witchcraft that they have done on us as Israelites. That we think that if you came from Spain, that automatically equals white in our mind.
Right.
Can we pull up the history books that our bishops and deacons have been bringing out for years to show that the people of Spain, that ain't who you think it is?
Right.
Can you please pull those up real quick? Pull up the book title so people can see it. So this is called Before the Mayflower, A History of Black America by Lerone Bennett Jr. It's on Amazon. Can you go to it and let's read it? Read that paragraph. Scroll up. Go ahead.
Page 36. A large proportion of the first generation of African Americans, entered America with Spanish names.
We came over here with Henrique and
There you
Jose
go. Rodriguez.
and Jesus.
Rodriguez.
But yet, Northern Kingdom still reject us, even though we had Spanish.
We
names.
had the names before they
We
did.
had them first. There you go.
Damn.
Go ahead, read that.
For reasons that are not readily apparent,
Oh, they are apparent. We're going to get into it. Go ahead.
many black males were called Antonio,
Call Antonio.
a name that quickly became Anthony or Anthony.
Now, we know a lot of damn black folks named
Lots.
Anthony.
Ant.
Hey, what's up, Ant?
Hey, what's going on, Ant?
We know a lot of black folks
I know a
named
lot of
Anthony.
ants.
Hey, what's up, Ant? We know a lot of them. Keep reading.
Other popular names of the period included Michaela,
Michaela. What's that today?
Michael. Mike.
How many black folk you know? Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's going on,
What's up,
Mike?
Big
What
Mike?
good, bro?
Man, black people lazy, cat.
Yeah,
They
Michael
they don't
Jackson.
even want to say the whole name. They just
right.
show that.
Read that next one.
Coach Azello,
Nah, I don't know. Nobody know that name.
Coach
Fella. Coach
I don't
Coach. What's going on,
What's
Coach?
going on, Coach?
What's going on, Coach?
What up?
Now,
What up,
next
Coach?
This next one sounds like a black name. Go ahead.
Mingo,
Now we know that's a hood name.
Lingo.
Bingo.
Lingo.
Hey, Lingo! Lingo!
Pedro.
Look, he feel
Ain't no
proud.
Pedros. Go ahead.
Pedro, Francisco,
Frank.
Francisco.
Jabina,
Gigi.
Jabina.
Go ahead.
Maria,
Mary.
Wartello,
Wardell.
Wardell.
Wendell.
Wardell.
I heard of Wendell.
Keep reading.
Tamora,
Tommy.
Angola,
Who?
Angola, and
Angie.
Tony
Angelo.
Congo.
Tony Congo. That came from Africa.
Come on.
Tony Congo? Go ahead, keep
Straight up.
reading.
Shortly after their arrival in America, many blacks discarded African and Spanish names and adopted English titles.
There we go. Go ahead.
Thus, within the span of a generation, the black soul moved from Africa to England to Spain.
To where?
To England to Spain.
Uh-huh.
To America.
To America. That's the witchcraft that the white man has done. That's why when we don't know our history, that's why we teach about history so much as Israelites, so you know where you come from. We came from Israel, ran deeper into Africa, went up to England. Hell, we found ourselves in Spain, got put on slave ships and found ourselves in America. Right. Go ahead.
From the X of the severed African family tree to Antonio and the William X, or the William, of the first Native American black, who apparently had no surname at the time of his christening.